So again, I have two different images inside my one PSD file, and I can hide these as I'd like, or I can view them as I'd like as well with these eyes over here. But for right now, what I want to do is I want to somehow make it so that this cabin, instead of it being daytime in the background, is kind of located in the northern lights. So using our selection tools and having the cabin selected, we remember that the magic wand tool is very useful if we have images of the same color, or excuse me, pixels of the same color on our image. So you can see here I have a big sky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the sky back there, and you'll notice that it did a really good job of selecting nearly everything. I'm just going to hit delete, and now you'll notice that instead of being white in the background, it's actually this kind of polka dot cover or transparency. That's for a transparency, but it's this white and gray background. Now, if I open up my northern lights, you'll notice that it's a bit smaller than my main image. So let me fix that first. I'm going to go to edit and then free transform. Sorry, one sec. Let me make sure that my northern lights is selected. And I'm going to go to edit and free transform. And I'm just going to expand this a bit up. Okay, and it's being cropped off a little bit here. So what I'm going to do in order to fix this up is I'm going to hit my northern lights and I'm going to use my crop tool. And I'm just going to simply kind of crop this image that's right here on this layer. And again, you don't necessarily need to do this just yet. Oh, that actually crops the entire thing. I might not crop this just yet then. I might just leave it as it is. So now there's an issue here is that if everyone sees that my northern lights is in front of my background, and again, that's to do with the layers, right? Remember that the layers are kind of like a stack of pancakes. So the pancake on the top is going to be more visible. So what I want to do is I want to have my cabin in the top. So what I'm going to do is hit this background image and I'm going to drag it up. And now if you see here, it looks a little funky because the trees still have a bit of white in them. But if you can see here, I kind of have this northern lights in the background of this image now. Now I kind of want to make it a bit darker inside of this background image, so I can go to image and adjustments, and maybe I can increase the hues or whatever I'd like to do, maybe make it a bit darker or greener. Whichever you like, you can fiddle around with this as you'd like. But you can definitely, see here, I'm going to make it a bit darker. And you can definitely transform your images into any way that you'd like. So maybe I want to move up my northern lights a bit more. So I can select my northern lights, select my move tool. And even though this layer is in front, I have my northern lights selected. So using my move tool, whoops, daisy, that's the wrong one. And the northern lights selected, whoops. With northern lights, I can select the image in the background and drag it up a little bit more. Maybe there's some trees in that image too I don't want to show through, so this kind of does. I think it's okay where it is actually. Awesome. So now I have this kind of finalized image, and that could be maybe a place that I'd like to visit. Even if it's, not necessarily a real place, I kind of combine these two images to make it so. And again, the two images that I combined were these northern lights image and this cabin image. So as you can see here, I took these two images and using my selection tools to delete the background of my cabin, I was able to hit this final image here.